Hello family and welcome new viewers. In this video, a sister in Christ had a peculiar rapture dream which she wanted to share with other believers worldwide like yourself. Please share if you ever had a dream like this in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Okay, y'all, so I can't believe I'm one of these people. But I wanted to share this dream with y'all because I really feel like it's important with what's going on in this world. I was telling my good girlfriend about this dream and she was encouraging me to share it. Like, of course, be led. But just being at church today, like, it dropped in my spirit again. And just with everything that we all struggle with and go through, I was just like, you know what? Hold on. I got to turn my ear on. Hold on. Now, again, I feel like before I get into my dream, I want to share that I feel like everybody's on their own personal faith walk. And I'm not saying that this is exactly what will happen in real life. I just want to share this dream with you because I know that there's people out there who have questions, who wonder, who's like, what's the end times going to be like, who are on the verge of like, Lord, I'm struggling, one foot in, one foot out. I just wanted to share this. I want to be obedient, and whether this helps one person or a million people, I wanted to just be obedient and share it. With that being said, I think last week I had a dream, and what's crazy is I feel like I truly believe that God speaks to me in dreams, and it's been a long time since I had a dream, and I noticed that like sometimes the devil knows that God speaks to me through dreams, so he'll try to like give me dreams and trick me up. And so it was one night I had just got done spending time with God. I had a good day and I wanted to have a dream, and I thought to myself like, wow, it's been a while since I had a dream. And I thought to myself like, I remember the last time I said, Lord, give me a dream, I had a dream about some bunch of bull crap. So I'm like, because when you speak, the enemy hears you, God hears you, but Satan hears you too, so he tricks you. Like, you know how sometimes we could be like, Lord, if this person is meant to be in my life, let me see a green car, and you just boom. Like, the Satan knows that too, so you got to be careful with what you say, because Satan knows how to reach you. He knows how to get to you too. So with that being said, I said to myself, because God knows our thoughts, the enemy does not know our thoughts. He only can give us thoughts. He does not know our thoughts. And I'm not saying that this was literally like just boom, God, but who else, right? So I thought to myself like, Lord, I want to have a dream. Like, give me a dream. And it was just something simple. And I thought it. I didn't say it out loud. And I went to sleep. So tell me why I ain't about to say tell me why, but listen to this dream, you guys. I had a dream that I was sitting on my mom's bed. It was me, my mom, and my sister. We were all sitting on her bed in her room, and we were watching TV, and then a commercial went on. And the commercial was like what happens during the 7 years of torment. And at first we were just like, I could see us watching TV on her bed, and then it just became the screen was the dream. So I know how in the last days the Bible talks about how people who go up in the rapture, we're going to be seeing everything that's taking place. So I just took it at your girl went to heaven because I'm watching, okay? But anyway, I said the dream went on, and what was happening in the dream was what I took as the 7 years of torment. So it was like three different like scenes. The first scene was a man and a lady yelling at each other, and the lady was like, don't get the mark of the beast, because if you get the mark of the beast you can't be saved. Then the man was like, I ain't worried about no mark or no beast. This is all fake. Like, he was just in denial and disbelief that the rapture had just happened. And somebody tapped him on his shoulder, and when he turned around, it was a demon, and the demon bit him. I bit him in his shoulder, bit him in his face, and he died. And so then that was one scene. And the next scene was a bisexual man walking in the street, just walking, like, switching, and he fell down a hole. And down to the hole was like when he fell down in this hole, he landed on a stage. And what I noticed, the stage was a Christian concert going on. It was like think of like your most popular white Christian gospel group. I'm not trying to name no names or anything like that, but it wasn't like a specific group, but just think of like something like that. It was like a Christian concert going on, a guitar player singing, and the crowd was packed, and the gay guy was on the stage, and it was a solo lead guitarist, and he was singing, he was singing gospel, and every time he took a break, him and the gay guy started making out on stage, and people was cheering like, yeah. The concert was still going on. He went back to the mic and was singing about God, and then he took a break and he was making out with the gay guy, and the people in the audience were just acting as if this was normal. Like, this was normal. So in my dream, I was thinking to myself like, wow, this is really what happens in the church. Then the next scene, and this one got me, because it was a scene where it was a young lady. She was in her car, and she was on the phone with somebody, and it was like a flashback of the day before the 7 years of torment began. And she was talking on the phone to somebody, and she said, I think it's time for me to give my life to God. Like, I think I'm ready. And the person on the phone was like, do you have anybody in your life that can help you? And she said, my boyfriend, but he's lukewarm. She said her mouth, like, my boyfriend, but he's lukewarm. And then it fast forward to the day of the 7 years of torment, and she had not given her life to Jesus yet, so she wasn't taken in the rapture. She had just made the decision that she wanted to give her life to Jesus, but it was too late, so she had to endure that 7 years of torment. But she was safe. So the next day when it was the 7 years of torment, she had given her life to Jesus in my dream. And she was like in a cave with like maybe 5 other people. They had flashlights, they had water, they had a Bible, and it was like quiet. And outside of that cave, it was a torment, but they were in the cave just sitting there waiting on it to end. And her boyfriend had died. And he had died in like the car or something. He died like driving, like during the 7 years of torment, because he was lukewarm. And so when I woke up from that dream, it made me realize, like, the people who are lukewarm, they did not make it. God is looking at if you are in or you are out. It's the lukewarm people that God is like really judging, because he's like, you knew better. Like, you knew better. So I wanted to share this dream with you, because I feel like that was a wake-up call, not just for me, but anybody who sees this and hears this message, hears this dream. It's like, the time is getting close. The time is close. The time is here. We cannot continue to be lukewarm about Jesus. You're either in or you're out. And I don't know what that looks like for you, but I know what it looks like for me. I can't be doing the same stuff that everybody else is doing. I can't be going to the club. I can't be drinking to get drunk. I can't be having sex outside of marriage. I can't be gossiping. I can't be smoking. I can't be doing these worldly things and not representing anything that does not make me a representation of Jesus. I can't be doing. And I know that comes with me having to let some people go. So I don't know what wake-up call that you need to know, that you need to hear, baby. But God has been working with me all year about you either in. I already had to let go of people just this year alone, beginning of the year. And he's still revealing things to me, like, you can't be like this if you want me to do this in your life. Like, I don't know who needed to hear that, but we cannot be lukewarm. Like, the time is getting close. Jesus is coming soon, and he's looking at the lukewarms. He's looking at those more than, if anything, he's looking at them more than the ones who didn't know. Because God is like, if you knew better, since you knew better, you should have been doing better. You know that saying that people say, if she knew better, you do better. Like, or, they be like, but you know better. Like, but you know better. You know God. You know his word. So why are you living opposite? So it's time for us as Christians to stand up and get out of that lukewarm bubble. Stand for him boldly and tell people about Jesus. Tell your friends that you're so concerned about they're going to make it to heaven or hell. Tell them about Jesus. Be that example of Jesus. Because if they end up in hell, God is going to look at you like, what were you doing? Were you helping them? Were you showing them the Christ-like example? The line is thin, baby. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Take what you will. I don't know if that's I don't know how the end days are going to be, but I'm going to see, because I'm going to be up in heaven with my grapes and my popcorn. Like, pass me that. Yeah, because I won't be here. Will you?
I love you, Lord. For your mercy never failed me all my days.